name is Andres Rump. I come from Germany, and when I was a child I spent a lot of time in the house of my grandparents, and they had a German house where everything was on its place, but there was just one thing in the house which was a mess. It was a shoebox, and inside the shoebox there were all photographs of my family and pictures from the childhood, the youth time of my grandparents, and I found a lot of pictures from my grandfather inside, which he took while he was a soldier in the Second World War. And when I was a child, I always asked myself what is the meaning of these pictures, and but I don't know. I was too afraid to ask my grandfather because I thought maybe it touches his emotions about his youth. So I didn't spoke with him about the pictures. He died 10 years ago, and I'm a documentary movie maker. I started to make a project about myself and to ask myself why, from where I become or suffering from difficult emotions, and I start to understand these emotions, where do they come from. I opened it again, and I understood that there are a lot of pictures inside which I can't explain, and I didn't know the meaning of them, also to my grandfather. And mainly these pictures were taken here in Lublin while my grandfather was here as a young soldier for 1 year. He worked for the Wehrmacht, but I think he worked for this spare part department, and he had spent a lot of time walking in Lublin and taking pictures. I don't know who is the photographer. My grandfather is often on the pictures, but I don't know. And then I saw that there are a lot of pictures also taken from the ghetto in this year while he was here, and from 1941 until the beginning, or I don't know, middle of 1942. And I try to understand the story also of the ghetto, and then I realized that the inhabitants of this ghetto were deported from March 1942, and while within 6 weeks all the inhabitants were taken to a camp where they were killed, and touched me a lot, and I saw also the meaning of the picture was so, they had a certain importance, and I wanted to take them out from the shoebox, and I wanted to bring them back to the place where they were taken, and I started to get in contact with your institution. I didn't know what expected me here, but at least I wanted to find a place for this picture, and I came to Lublin. I spoke with people working for your institution, mainly Patrick, and I needed them for my film to express the history of my grandfather and what had happened to, what he has seen, and what he had never spoke about. And now my film work is over, and I would like to leave them here, and I'm very glad that there is this exhibition which shows the everyday life from my grandfather, and also in the same time also the situation in the city while he was walking through the city. And I'm very glad that these pictures become now a certain meaning. So they are here in Lublin, and now they are shown to the public, and at least they are out of this shoebox, so these memories of these times are now visible to the people. And I didn't know why my grandfather always kept them in the shoebox, and at least I think it would be also important for him maybe to keep them, I don't know, and bring them back to the place where he has been a soldier, and where he has taken all these impressions of the war and of the civilians. A little story of these pictures, and which I found in the shoebox.